This makes a change. It's nice to see you all. Who would like to kick us off? Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Him.
I can imagine that's quite a tough defeat to take. Just tell us your thoughts on the game, sort of.
I don't think there's an easy defeat, just so we can make that clear. But we all know it's a game of tight margins. We started the game really well, then conceded, poor goal. I thought that affected us a little bit in the way we passed the ball. I didn't think we were very dynamic with our movement in the first half. But second half, yeah, I think we should have had a penalty. I've seen it a couple of times. And I think the linesperson from where she was should have called that, to be honest with you. She was in line with it. But listen, these things happen. Second half, I thought we dominated, but low XG until the last 10 minutes of the game. So for all the ball possession, lacked the quality until I think Jelena Kankovic's chance, she should put that away. But it's an unbelievable save in the follow-up from Keating. I thought we limited City to chances. Yes, you're going to give away some transition pieces, but actually I didn't think that was a lot. Their high XG chance come off the goal and they too didn't create too much. I thought we limited Hemp and Kelly throughout the game. Bonnie Shaw's always going to be physical influence. But yeah, I think the disappointing thing from us was our final third play. I think that was what was disappointing. If we crossed the ball, it was poor execution. Might have been the right decision, wrong execution. And at times, sometimes the right execution, but the wrong decision. So I've never known these games to have a lot between them. The error falls in our way today or against us today, and they capitalised on that and they defended well, as they have done this season with 11 bodies behind the ball. And we had 60% of the ball, but didn't put the one or two chances that you only get in these games away.
Yeah, you mentioned the poor goal there. Erin looked really disappointed with her role.
Yeah, I'm not going to... Erin's been unbelievable this year, so that's not on Erin. These things happen. I know she'll be disappointed and she will be a leader about it, but Erin's been unbelievable for us. We lose as a team and we haven't lost the game. We lost a goal. So we still have to put the ball in the up the other end. And we can see why this totally would have been a 0-0 game, to be honest with you. But listen, this happens. It swings in their favour today.
Yeah.
First of all, nice to see you again. I'd just like to sort of ask, in terms of the final third, really, why do you think your team haven't been able to be clinical in the final third?
For the reasons I just mentioned. I mean, you like I said, you only get a couple of big chances. You take away their goal, they only get one, maybe two others. That's how it goes. Just got to execute. I felt we had the chance to do that late on, but it took us too long to do that. We were comfortable in possession, but didn't do enough with it in the right areas, and I just felt we were off with that timing of. As I said, for me, there are always football problems. How many times do we get the ball in the good areas on the right and shank it out of play or put it into the goalkeeper's hands? And we're in good positions. How many times did we get beyond to RB's early second half and then we'd hit the ball too deep? So, sometimes it goes in your way, and I felt our execution wasn't at our top level today.
Emma, were you surprised at how early they started to drop as well? I think you played about 25 minutes. It was basically just sort of like a tap-y defence strip.
I mean, they've had 3 trips to London in 10 days. They're human. I think we could have... I think a draw would have been a fair result. But it's not football, is it? It's about taking your chances. They got one really big one and took it. We got one, maybe 2 big chances and didn't take it. And didn't get a penalty. That's the story of the game.
The penalty is the real issue tonight, isn't it, as far as you're concerned? Because that would have given you the impetus you needed and possibly a point, perhaps 3 later on.
Well, the player's got a cut all the way down and inside of her ankle. I mean, Greenwood doesn't take the ball. She clearly takes the player out. But
the referee does nothing. She doesn't even look like she's given a decision one way or another. So you're saying it's the lines person who really should have given that decision, because the referee clearly was inert in that reaction.
it don't matter. It's gone now. Like, I can't do anything about it. Well, yes, I think it's a penalty, but I'm not going to focus my energy
Did
on
you
it.
speak to her about it, the referee, afterwards?
Well, what's to speak about? I think I'm not an aggressive person,
No.
so like, no, it's nothing. I can't get anything back from it, so I don't put my energy into things I can't
You
control.
didn't then? Okay, fair enough.
Nah.
Emma, could I ask you about the where you are on the table now? I think you said in one of your first answers that it's swinging Man City's favour, but you're level on points and goal difference. Like 8 games to go. How do you assess that? How close it is right now?
Yeah, I mean, it always has been. I've never felt it any different way. That's why I don't pay attention to it. I always just focus on the performance, preparation, then the performance, then the recovery, then the preparation, then the performance. Like, I don't spend time looking up or down in a league. It's like wasting time. So I just know that we've dropped 3 points opportunity today.
Gareth said that he felt where in previous seasons Man City have been a bit soft in defensive moments like stoppage time, like we saw there. He feels they're more determined this year. Would you agree with that? Do you think this is a more determined Man City?
Yeah, I'd agree with him on that. I don't think they were scintillating by any stretch of the imagination. We gave them a goal. And as I said, I wouldn't have been surprised if this was a 0-0 game today. It's been a long block from January till now. And we've dropped points at home. You know, it's not the end of the world, but we have to regroup after international break. I hope we can get Millie Bright back soon. I really hope we can get Kat Macario. I feel that will give us some other options. And you do lose football matches. You know, we don't lose many. So yes, of course, it's disappointing, but you know, it's part of it. You can't win every game.
Charlotte?
City dominated the first half in the midfield, and the gap seemed too big. Why was that?
Well, I don't agree with that. I felt we were dominating the game. We gave up a goal, and I felt that affected our confidence a little bit. For 20 minutes after the goal, I felt they were on top. Then I felt we were on top again. So I think it's a game that ebbs and flows. I think the goal changed the state of the game. It wasn't like, you got to realise we were in possession of the ball there. We gave it over, turned it over, and they scored. Then I think that affected the momentum a little bit. Probably a little bit disappointed in us from that perspective. But we recovered, and as I said, we dominated the second half, just without maybe the quality in the right moments. For me, that was a bigger concern than the midfield in the 20-minute period.
I know in your pre-match press conference you said you didn't take notice of records, but 33 young games unbeaten at Kings Meadow.
It's amazing.
But lost today. Do you care about that?
I don't. It's not the sort of thing you're going to put on my tombstone, is it? Just saying. I think I'll be remembered for the medals we get at the end of the year, and my focus is on that rather than, you know, how many fans were here or how many wins we've had here. That's great. It might fuel ego to a certain extent. For me, it's not interesting.
Obviously, we don't want the tombstone anytime.
We'll finish with Jonathan.
I've paid for my grave, so yeah, don't have to worry about it.
You don't lose a lot.
Yeah.
How long does it take you kind of personally to get over a defeat? Are you over it now? And how do you? I mean, what sort of emotional reaction do you want to see from your players? Do you want them to be upset about it or angry about it, or just kind of brush it off?
They're all going to get on a plane or a train and a bus or whatever and go elsewhere. So we don't have time to dwell on it. They're going to play for their countries. I think in terms of a process, yeah, of course, it's not fun to lose a game, but recovering from any game and any night game takes a couple of days. And I think where we've played a game every 3 days, I've sort of felt like adrenaline, crash, a little bit tired, fresh again, game day. So normally, that'll be about Monday. Monday I'll be on top form. I'll have the weekend enjoying different things.
Cool. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone.